Hey, Emmanuel, how are you?
I'm super good. I'm very well, Mr. Ray, and yourself?
I'm excellent. Thank you for coming on our show. And it's an honor to have someone out from Calgary. And you guys are 2 hours behind, right? So it's 5 o'clock now in your time.
Yes, it is.
Excellent. So, Emmanuel, I'll tell you a little bit about our show. Sean and I, Sean is my son, we started this show and what we geared it towards males as a whole, as we get older, not to make some of life common mistakes in terms of our faith, our fitness, our finance, and our family. We call it the 4 Fs. So it's critical in my realm of thinking that if we have all 4 Fs lined up properly in life, we can get as we get older, we can able to live the good life once all those are lined up properly and is planned for and acted upon properly. I don't know, what are your take? And then I'll introduce you. Just tell me what are your think about our channel.
First and foremost, Mr. Ray, I want to say I appreciate you for what you do. And there are not many people out there talking about things like this for men. And I'm talking about the faith, the family, and finance and fitness is very, 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 very good topic that men can actually learn from. And I'm super excited to start this process and just give my opinion about what you have to say today.
Thank you. So guys, my community, today who we have here, his name is Emmanuel. How you say your last name? I want you to say it for me.
Osasui.
Osasui. Emmanuel Osasui.
Correct.
Good. We got it. So Emmanuel is out from Calgary, like I mentioned. He's an independent insurance broker from Constantine Insurance. Am I right?
Yes, independent insurance broker with Constantine, correct.
Constantine, yes. Like I said, he's out in Calgary. His hometown is in Nigeria. I think your background primarily was HR. You studied as your second degree in human resources. And,
correct.
And then now he's into finance. So he does financial planning, budgeting, final expenses, and many others. But he'll get a chance to express more of his product as we go along the line. So Emmanuel, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ray.
Good. So you want to tell us a little bit about Calgary, and then we go straight down?
Calgary is beautiful. It's a place of where you get lots of professionals, and lovely city. The people here are cool, and I love Calgary.
How is the weather? Cool too?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The weather has been beautiful, and it's a great day.
Very good. So like I said, we've got the 4 Fs. So our 4 Fs are faith, family, fitness, and finance. So let's start with family. I think we'll keep the finance for end, seeing that you're a financial guy, and we might put a little more emphasis. So let's start with family. For me, family is an integral part of life. It's just not mentioning family. It's critical that we do a lot of stuff with our family in order to build such a strong relationship. What about you? How you take that family piece in your life?
Family is very, very important. It's actually the foundation of any man's success. I know you talked about the faith part. They're kind of like when you talk about the faith, you talk about the family, you talk about the finance, they're kind of all intertwined. A man's home, if he's in a home where there's peace, he thinks properly, he's able to articulate, there's more sources, for him to achieve. So if you're from a broken home, things can, even though you have plans, things may not go according to plan because of your home. So your home is very important for a man. When a man is from a peaceful home, like mine, you're able to think clearly and see things differently from others. So I say family is very important.
Yes, and each one of the F's in my mind have equal share. You divide it in 25% each. Each one of them are equally important in our life as we get older in order to live the good life, right? So good. So let's go right on to faith. Now that's a broad term used widely across, but for me, what is faith, right? To me, faith required us to look way beyond what I can see at my level, and that things are possible in my life and things are achievable there's a superpower that's out there that pulls me towards it, and I look upon it for stuff in my life. That's for me in a simple language of faith. I don't really focus on a religion per se, but more of a spiritual level. What about you?
Faith for me is very, very important. There's no way I can talk about faith and not connect faith to my spiritual life and connect it to God himself. I'm from a home, my dad was a clergyman, and one of the greatest gift, yeah, he was a clergyman, and one of the greatest gift he ever gave to us as his children was Christianity, and all my success today and my achievement is actually born from what he taught us. When it comes to faith, for me, faith is my belief. It doesn't necessarily mean the process, the how, the why, how to get things done, but trusting in a supernatural power, trusting in a higher being, to get you through that process. Because most of the time we can think we know it all, you want to believe in yourself, your accolade, like, okay, I can do it. But there are sometimes you actually don't know, you've planned everything out, you've thought about it, that you want to get to the end result, the goal in mind. Yes. But how to get there might be a problem. But when you have trust in God, trust in a higher being, and you believe, okay, I know. For example, when I left my job in 2019, I know where I want to be at, but I have planned it, but getting there was actually the challenging part. But also I have faith because I trust in a higher power to get me to the end, to the end. And trust me, when I left my job in 2019, the first year I already replaced my salary, in my job. So that's how beautiful it is when you have trust in a higher being. And when you don't have trust, when you believe in yourself all the time, sometimes you never get it all, and when your faith is not intact, it has a way of affecting your family. Because what faith does for me, it makes me see through a process where there is chaos. I'm calm in that situation. I see things clearly because I am not looking at the situation itself. I have trust in a higher being to actually skate through that process.
And I like that, man. Faith ground us. And trust, that's the key word you use several times. Trust something that you and I can't see to take us to where we want to be. And that you so package it up nicely. So I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I feel, and I think I sense this from you, it's so important as we go through our lives to believe. And I think as we even get older, this is something we should lock in on to carry us and to see us through to the end of our lives with our family together.
Absolutely.
Good. Thank you for saying that. So we're going to hit one more F and we'll go right on to our we did faith, we did family. Let's talk fitness. You look like a man, like you're a fit guy. So how do you keep up with all your busyness? I mean, you're a busy guy, a customer at your different time. How do you keep up in order with your business, your family, your faith, and to get some fitness inside your life? How do you manage it? Tell us.
I see that from two perspectives. There's the fitness of the mind, and it's very important. In as much as we look at fitness from the part of exercising, which I tend to do once in a while, but yes, the key thing is the fitness of the mind. And when your mind is fit, you're able to think clearly, and that I can also attribute it from the home as well, the family portion of it, to be able to be in a calm environment where your mind works and function very well. And physically, I tend to do some little, I have some things at home, my elliptical, where I can do like little exercises for cardio and all of that, right, just to be in shape. Yeah, it's very important for our health.
Which is true. Now, do you have a morning routine? Like when you get up, what you do in the morning for your health wise, or you just take it as you go?
For me, I usually just take it as it goes. When I wake up, sometimes first thing I do, be calm, think about the day, what I want to see, how I want it done, and then I do some little sit up, because the last time I spoke to you, I said you need to tell me what you take for your tummy, because when you're getting older, you're getting to that over 40, one of the most protruding thing that you see is your tummy, and one of the way to check it is do a little bit of sit up, so eat well, and that's one of the things I do to stay healthy.
Good, which is good. So, but you gotta start. I start my day with a bottle of water. As soon as my foot hit the ground, straight bottle of water. Then I do a lot of stretches, and I do what you do in order to plan your day or visualize your day or do some of that. I also read, and I believe reading is weightlifting for the brain. So, like how weightlifting to the muscle, reading is to the brain. Weightlifting. That's my philosophy. I do a little bit of reading. Do you read?
Absolutely, absolutely. It is actually the key, and that is one of the things I actually want to talk about when we get to the finance part of it. Having the information. Information is key. Get ready. But I'll leave it to that when we get to that segment, and to talk more on it. Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? Let's don't spend too much time here. Let's go straight into the finance. So you got it. You lead the way. So go ahead.
Yes.
I'll put some questions in between to guide us, but you start and let me know your concept of it.
When it comes to finance, people tend to, you just want to get something done, but how are you planning to get it done? And are you prepared for it? And pandemic has taught us a lot. There are a lot of why people were looking at pandemic in a different way. Pandemic, I don't want to say blessed me in a different way. I don't want to use the word blessed and say it in the wrong way, but I have achieved a lot, because when you are prepared, when you have the right information when it comes to finance, and you're also prepared, don't wait for the information to be there and you're prepared. Be prepared. When it comes, everything clicks and everything goes smoothly, and then you get there. Most people sometimes, for example, you say during pandemic, houses were selling at a very ridiculous low prices, because the builders don't even know what what to expect. And in such situations, people that already have good credit, they can jump into it. Some may have the finance, but they also can't get into it. So when it comes to finance, you also have to be prepared. Minus the fact that you have to have an information, the best or right information, to get make a decisive decision. You also have to be ready for it. So one of the things I just want to talk to the men out there: be prepared. Gather as much as information. Seek information. It doesn't matter where you get it from. It doesn't matter if the person is a younger folks, older folks. Get it, but get ready, because there's always opportunity out there, and try to sieve the noise, because there's also noise. In as much as you're trying to get information, there's also like noise out there. Be able to sieve through it. When you're prepared, when you have the right information, you can actually be able to see through those things, and then you're there. And today I'm super excited. One of the best couple of investments I've ever done since I've been in this country is during the pandemic. And when I look back and I look at the achievement, I'm super excited.
Very good, very good. So let me ask you a question. Now, in order for you to live a good life, you have to have a financial stability or some form of financial setup as you get older, because it's necessary. It's equally important as our health, our faith, our finance, right? Our fitness. So, the question I'm going to ask you: do you think planning is necessary as we get older, or when do you think planning is needed in our life? Financial planning.
Fine. When you're younger, there are a lot of things that is in mind. You want to achieve your testing things, but when you're getting to the 40 marks, you don't want to make decisions that are not 99% sure. Because now you have families involved, people you take care of, and they are looking up to you. You want to make sure your decision is 99% sure, and your information is very, very important. So when you're making money, start planning. When you're making I wouldn't put this as an age, like you have to get to a certain age to start planning. When you're making money, start planning. For example, if I look at life insurance, for example, I know my folks where I'm from, they think life insurance is not important, but it's also a way of creating wealth, whether you like it or not. Because people that start, I came late to the country, you get yourself life insurance, and let's assume you're buying the life insurance late. Because of our age, it becomes expensive. But there are younger folks who got it before us 10 years ago, they are paying little into it. And it gets to a portion of it, then the things that, they don't see it as burden. But we have to get the right information to be able to plan properly, so that when we are older, we're not stressing when we're older. Planning to me comes from when you start making money. When you start making money, get the right information, start doing, if it's investment you want to do, investing, fine, but get the right information and get into it.
Cool. Well, why people see insurance as an expense instead of an investment?
Good question. It is the understanding. It is. There are lots of brokers out there, and some of I don't want to use a one brush to paint them. Like mostly when it comes to the life portion of it, because it's not mandatory by the government like car insurance, people don't want to get it, but they don't understand that is very, very important, part. You're leaving people behind, and maybe it has to do with cultural thing too. Like I'm speaking more from my culture, like, why should I be paying for that insurance when if I'm no longer here, I'm not benefiting from it, So maybe it has to do with the cultural thing and all, but that's why we're here to be able to educate people more, give them more understanding, so they can see why these things are very important at this time. It's inevitable. We can't skip past it.
I don't think it's cultural anymore. I talked to a lot of people, and they all got the same concept that, why do I need insurance when I die? Who's going to gain from it and all of that? And it's not only your culture or my culture. It seems like everybody thinks that way. But you're right when you use the word mandatory. I think life insurance should be mandatory, just like car insurance. It's so necessary in life. But education is what we need. People like you and many others to educate the nation in whatever way, so that people can see the value and the meaning of it and why it's necessary in their lives.
Absolutely.
Education. I think education is necessary, because I know people who are living in the 50s, 60s and heading down that path, and they struggle financially. They need the government handout, lack of planning or unforeseen circumstances that affect them as they go along. But if we plan properly, we can navigate some of those mistakes. We can eliminate some of those challenges that come our life, because when we get older, our earning ability might slow down, meaning that you can't do that overtime, you can't do that extra hour because of health, or you just want to take it a little easier. And that's when the time you're not going to make top income. Your income earnings start to come down. But if you're putting all the energy when you're youthful, planning it right, save your money properly, do budgeting, I'm sure you're going to see a better future with your income.
Absolutely.
What about
go ahead, James.
What about budgeting? Do you encourage people to budget as you reach with families and sit down on the kitchen table with them? How do you encourage them?
It is very important. And let me just say something. The people you surround, when it comes, I can't emphasize on information the most, because the people you surround yourself with is very key. When I came to this country, I got my first property as a student. That is because I understand what equity is. I had the right information. I know I can be there paying rent for a longer time. And that was actually as a student, and over time I've had couples. But now I got the right information, which helped me become who I am. And I can't emphasize enough for people to get the right information, go for it, Don't sit in your, your comfort zone. Go for it. Talking about budgeting is very key. You can, if someone that does not plan, then plans to fail. When you have, as a family, you must plan. People look at me. I would say, I'm not just trying to like make too much noise about it. I have achieved a lot with little, and that is as a result of proper planning. I can't say enough about having a better wife. I have a good wife who gives me peace, and we come together and say, hey, baby, you make this and I make this. We come together with the little we have. But when folks see us, they think we had the millions and we made those deals done. No, it was the fact that I had a wife who listens. We had good communication. We planned. This is how much that comes in. This is what we can do with this. How can we use it to achieve this? If you do not plan as a man, if you do not budget what you earn, you are just planning to fail. This country is built differently. You have to plan. That's why they know, okay, at age 65, you have to get to, that's the retirement age. We came in late. That is why it is even more important for us to get our budgeting right. So I can't say that enough. Like I've always known that, okay, at age 40, I'm going to retire doing my thing. Positive mindset, budgeting, planning your finance is very important. So so good home, budgeting, the little you have, you can achieve great success.
Yeah, when you say positive mindset, what are you expressing there?
Yeah, we talked about faith at the beginning and having belief in where you want to get to. My folks that I work with in my previous jobs, they know me. In my wall, I write things a lot. I am going to be this. I am going to be that. I am this. I always express it. I write it, they come to my wall, they read it. I am going to be making this at a certain age. Before I turn to 40, I am going to be done with this job I'm doing. They thought I was joking, but I know now they know I wasn't joking then. I write it then, I'm going to hire staffs one of them I can remember vividly, like I'm going to hire staff, they're going to work from 8 to 12 noon, and I will still pay them the same salary so that they can have their own life, Right. So things like that, so having the mindset, speaking into it, having the faith, walking the talk. It's not just about talking about it, you have to walk it, and yeah, it is very important because again, you want to always have a positive vibe around you. And one of the things I do, I study a lot, read my book, my faith as well. It is very important because when you surround yourself with the wrong folks that are always, maybe they complain about things, they see the walls, there's always obstacles in front of us, but how we think about it, that's what makes the difference. Again, I know folks that have made wealth through like during pandemic, because while people were busy looking at the whole issue of the pandemic, they were seeing through it, seeing what are the possibilities, what are the advantages here, what can I do differently. And today we all came out smiling at the end of it.
Very good, very good. Yeah. Let me give you a chance to tell the community, tell my community and anyone else who's listening what you do, where we can find you, and how you can be of help or service to them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ray, and I can't thank you enough for actually putting this together. Thank you for all you do and keep doing this great work. As you already know, my name is Emmanuel. I'm your #1 insurance guru here in Alberta, and anything that has to do with insurance. Actually, my home is, we are the insurance family. My wife is in this together with me, and we do insurance from A to Z, your home, your auto, anything about insurance. We don't mind, give us a call. My Facebook is actually Unlimited Emmanuel. I have my Instagram handle, and it is IAM_Unlimited. I have my YouTube channel, which is Unlimited Sui. So my phone number, it will be displayed on the screen by Mr. Ray. Feel free to reach out to me, even if you're not my client. I am super excited to give you more information. I think information is the key that you need. Reach out to me at any time, and we will be delighted. I will be delighted to guide you through, you know, or anything you need. Thank you very much.
Perfect. I appreciate that so much. So listen, I'm not going to take more of your time. I know it's a wonderful afternoon out in Calgary, and you got lots of good stuff to do and clients to meet. So hey, thank you very much, Emmanuel, for coming on our show. What I'll ask my community, you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, and more good speakers like Emmanuel to come. And you know, just listen. I hope some message can be gravitated to. Somebody should listen to us and hear, take away some little thing. I always leave with one good thing. Most of my videos for health, I like to encourage people to start, especially the males as we get older, try to do some stretches in the morning, simple stretches. They're all over YouTube and Google. You don't have to look too hard if you don't want to find them. Don't overstretch, stretch enough to suit you, but start small and stretch. So my thing for this week, stretch, people. Wake up, stretch. If you're going to eat, you should stretch. That's what I think.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Ray. I sincerely appreciate you for today. And yeah, thank you for all you do.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. I appreciate your time. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Bye now.